It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He rises when it matters most as he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. You figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after it.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Jones looking to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up. Here are the key inactives for this one, Charles. And as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names are on the list and how you prepare to play without them. Everyone wants to finish strong. Well, the only way to do it, forget the inactive list and focus on the guys who will take the field.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Some of the offense want to put their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throwing Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's coming a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Deep over on 2nd down,
and he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
Barkley. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown. Kenny Golladay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Golladay. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we're going to look at the playoff race in the NFC. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Mayfield on play action. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running.
He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mayfield off the play fake. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. take it at about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we've got some intriguing matchups in prime time. Tonight, Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones throwing on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 34.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
What do you mean by that, Bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Over the dime work on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's something down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's complete to Shepard.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It's very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. the way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call a moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A give up the middle to Gibson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Mayfield down. Able to connect with Dotson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Richie James on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. Kenny Pickett throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. A touchdown catch there for Elijah Moore. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for Washington, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now Jones on 1st down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That flag accepted. The offense up a little bit. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Off play action. Jones. He's going to air one out. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 694 on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. This pass complete to Galladay on the crossing route. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Gibson again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Out to the right here to Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it,
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Review the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 25 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, It usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now Jones. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get the
touchdown Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Gano now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Gibson here running it, and he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mayfield. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Mayfield to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. A run
down here for J.D. McKissic. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. Got him in. It's Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A handoff for Gibson. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. One more time with Gibson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Baker. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the touchdown capped off by the PAT, and that means that we are likely heading to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Looking for Shepard deep. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Mayfield on first down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that can turn into the big play you're looking for.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down. They were down over 20 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Gibson. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He gets it to Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra
extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for Washington, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.